So this will be part 7 of our Elm tutorial series, and today we are going to be talking about updating the model with button click. Now I already explained to you the model is simply the data stored in your application, not the state, but like the pieces of information there. So we have here in the init, we set the model to be 4 different items. You can actually add as many as you want. So when we want to update the model, first, we need to modify the record. So you don't want to update everything. You want to maybe update only 1 or 2 or 3, depending on what you want. And so let's take, for instance, we have the model here, okay? Now, first, let's, on a button click, meanwhile, let's make sure everything is working. So if I come back to our application, I click, so it's working, button clicked. Now, what we see here is when I come to this place, I change and say model dot first name. So in this case, it should display the first name, and that's what is happening here, which I actually did it before now. So if I save, and this is exactly what we see. We have a model, it displays the first name, and that's great. You can actually change this. Let's just say first name and last name, and in this case, let me just say model.last name. All right, so here we are logging the model values to the console. So if I save everything now, if I come back here and then recompile this and then mReactor, and if I refresh this page now, if I click here, you see that it tells me first name, last name. Okay, so the model is okay, it's been logged to the console. Now we want to modify the model when the button is clicked. So what we want to do now, instead of returning the model, we want to return the modified model. So to modify a record, you want to maybe modify a few things in the record. In case of JavaScript, which is React or Angular, you have this, or TypeScript, I mean, you have this spread operator. So how we are creating a new record, let me just increase the font a little bit. Student record 2 is equals, it's going to take everything from student record 1 and modify only the score here. But in case of M, this is a syntax for doing the same thing. So you want to use this bar operator here and then modify only the age. In this case, we have, I think we have the score. So I assume we want to modify the score. So I'm going to come here. So when the button is clicked, on click, we have add. There is a message called add. And when the message is recognized, we have, instead of returning the model, we want to now modify the model. Take the original model, use this operator, and then change the score to 98, okay? All right, so in this case, let's see, or maybe let's just change the first name and see if it's going to log the change value from the first name. So the first name is equal to the Genius. Okay, so this is what we have now. First name. Okay, right. So I'm going to save everything. So I want to now see that the model actually updates, and only the first name actually updates. So let's see. I'm going to come here and let's recompile this by first stopping the server. Recompile, it works, and then I'm going to use mReactor, and I'm going to come here, refresh, and yeah, let's refresh, clear my console, and let's click add. Okay, so now you see the initial value actually displayed. This initial value, that's what we have in the init. But when we click on the button update occurs and it changes it to the Genius. If I refresh and click, so it displays the initial value what we have in the init, and when you are clicking the button and update or side effect actually, and it actually modifies the record. So that's how you modify the record. So if you want to change something else, you can actually change here. Score is equal to 78, and now you change the score at this point. So this is how it actually works. So you want to check what has changed, you can actually log everything right here. Okay, so let's see where we are. So this is how to modify a record. So I'm going to stop here because I want this video to be really short. The next part we are going to talk about capturing text box input on button click. So I'd like to thank you for viewing. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and also leave me a comment if you have any challenges or whatsoever. I remain Kindton the Tech Pro, and I'm always there for you.